Did you know that drywall installers at the World Trade Center site were exposed to asbestos? Hi, I'm Joe Williams. I'm a mesothelioma trial attorney, and I can answer some questions that you might have about asbestos exposures at the World Trade Center site. Now, the World Trade Center, composed of 7 different buildings, was the most massive construction project of its time when it was built, starting in the late 1960s and into the 1970s. And the internal walls of what was primarily office buildings were built with sheetrock. So we're talking about massive quantities of sheetrock that was installed at the World Trade Center site by union drywall installers. Now, when these boards of sheetrock were put up, in between the seams of each of those boards at the entire site, joint compound was installed. And it was either in a dry mix that was mixed with water, or it was already pre-mixed and came out of a bucket. But either way, it was put between the seams wet, allowed to dry, and then sanded down. And usually tradesmen did 2 or 3 coats of this, sanding it down between each coat. And that happened throughout the entire site. Now, why is that important? It's important because up until 1977, most joint compound contained asbestos. In 1977, the Consumer Product Safety Commission banned the use of asbestos in joint compound. But before that time, and during the construction of the World Trade Center, that joint compound had asbestos in it. It exposed all of these union drywall workers and other tradesmen who worked in the area to large quantities of breathable asbestos dust. Now, you have mesothelioma, and you have questions about asbestos exposure, especially exposures that could have happened at the World Trade Center site. I'm Joe Williams, and at our firm, we handle cases for victims of mesothelioma and their families every single day. I invite you to give us a call, and we'll be very happy to answer your questions. Thank you.